M- Good morning once again, everyone. Welcome to Fundamentals of Martial Arts. We are now at our week 11, and for week 11, our topic is about karate. It is our continuation for karate. So we have here week 11. So once again, this PowerPoint presentation was prepared by Sir Jamal Anthony O. Garcia. So let's start our discussion. So we have here general bout description. So each non-title karate combat contest shall be 3 rounds. So now we are going to discuss about our bout or karate combat. And for this one, for 3 rounds, each round shall be 3 minutes in duration with a rest period of 1 minute or a minute between each round. Preceding the bell to begin each bout, the referee will instruct each fighter to perform a traditional karate bow to their opponent with the following commands. Yoi, it means ready. Otega nire, bow to each other. So these are the commands used for a combat uh, description. During the fighting action, when one fighter becomes grounded, the referee will begin a visible finger count from 5 to 1, representing the length of time that the standing fighter may continue their legal attack and the down fighter may fight back from the ground. At the end of the 5 count, the referee will separate the fighters, order the down fighter to immediately stand, and quickly restart the action from the same position in the pit. During this restart, both fighters shall maintain their defense. A down fighter who fails to immediately rise at the command of the referee risks warnings, penalization, disqualification, or loss by total knockout or TKO. So we have here the definition of a grounded fighter is determined by the regulatory jurisdiction if it differs in any way from the definition provided below. A fighter is considered grounded when any part of the body other than the soles of their feet are touching the fighting area floor. Note that the pit wall is not considered the ground. And regarding about the pit wall, a fighter shall only be considered grounded if he is directly facing the wall and has both hands on it. So these are some of the general about description. Now, also, when a fighter is attacking his downed opponent, he may do so only with hand strikes and he must maintain an upright and controlled position while attacking. When one of the fighters considered grounded, hammer fists and ridge hand strikes are not allowed. The top fighter may place a single knee on his downed opponent, but once a second knee goes and stays down, or both fighters are considered grounded, the referee will stop the action, stand the fighters, and immediately restart the action from the same position in the pit. And during the rest period between rounds, the fighter's licensed second and cutman will enter the pit to address the fighter's needs under the supervision of a commission inspector. Whenever a fighter is injured by a foul that causes me to be stopped or is finished by a knockout or TKO or total knockout, the uninjured opponent shall assume the traditional kneeling position or seiza on the opposite side of the pit until the opponent has recovered or the referee indicates that the uninjured fighter should rise. A fighter may submit to his opponent by either tapping their hand continuously on any area of the pit, placing one knee on the ground and one hand above their head, or by verbally submitting to the referee. A fighter's chief second may concede the match by a method determined by the presiding commission. If the final judges' scores result in a draw, there will be one additional sudden victory round, the result of which will determine the winner. If the sudden victory round is scored a draw, then the official result will be a draw. For judging and scoring, all bouts will be evaluated and scored by 3 judges who shall evaluate the contest from different locations around the pit fighting area. And for this one, the referee may not be one of the 3 judges. Judges shall evaluate karate techniques such as effective striking, effective takedowns, and control of the pit fighting area, effective aggressiveness, and defense. Effective striking is evaluated by determining the total number of impactful legal strikes landed by a contestant. Effective takedowns are evaluated by considering the number of successful executions of a legal takedown followed by efforts to finish the fight. Fighting area control is judged by determining who is dictating the pace, location, and position of the bout. Effective aggressiveness means moving forward and landing a legal strike. And effective defense means avoiding being struck or taken down while countering with offensive attacks. A 10-point must system will be used during the bout based on effective fighting according to the criteria listed above. Karate combat prioritizes productive aggressiveness, so the fighter who gets results based on packing should be favored over a fighter who counters if the results of the fighting action are similar. For legal techniques and fouls, we have legal techniques while standing. So for this one, all punching and hand striking techniques executed with the closed fist directed to the front and sides of the head and the torso above the belt line. Ridge hand strikes are also legal. All kicking techniques are delivered to the front and the side of the head and torso above the belt line are also considered legal. Roundhouse or hooking kicks, non-linear or thrusting kicks delivered to legs below the knees only are considered legal as well. Sweeps, rips, and throws other than loose listed as fouls below. And for legal techniques, while one found fighter is grounded, so the standing fighter may attack only with legal hand strikes, and the grounded fighter may attack with all legal strikes, including kicks, as per stand-up rules. For fouls, so including but not limited to, these are our fouls. So striking with an open hand or other than a reach hand strike or striking with the fingers to any target. So these are considered fouls. Striking with hammer fist or reach hand strikes when a fighter is grounded. Striking with the knee, elbow, forearm, or head. Kicking the portion of the leg below the hip and above the lower part of the knee. Striking or grabbing the throat in any way. Striking to the spine or the back of the head. Kicking, stepping on, stomping, jumping on, or throwing oneself on a grounded opponent. Groin attacks of any kind. Grabbing the opponent's head with either hand or holding the head with one hand and striking with the other. Single and double leg takedowns. So these are also considered as fouls. Clinching, holding, or grabbing for any reason other than to immediately execute illegal technique. In active clinching will be split by the referee. Suplexes or any other throwing techniques over the head. Throwing or spiking an opponent intentionally on their head or neck or out of the fighting area. Timidity or passivity including but not limited to avoiding contact with an opponent, failing to initiate legal techniques intentionally or consistently, dropping the mouthpiece or faking an injury, holding the mitts of an opponent, attacking an opponent on or during the break while the opponent is under the care of the referee or after the bell has sounded the ending the round, flagrantly disregarding the instructions of the referee or any interference by the corner, being, spinning, clawing, pinching, twisting the flesh, hair pulling, fish hooking, gouging, pang a finger in an orifice, cut or laceration, small joint manipulation, or any other dirty tactics are also considered foul. Engaging in any unsportsmanlike conduct, including but not limited to abusive language, and applying any foreign substance to the hair or body to gain an advantage. So that is considered as foul. For cautions, warnings, penalties, and injuries resulting from a foul, referees may caution, warn, penalize, or disqualify a fouling fighter. Also, cautions may be given without interrupting the fighting action of the bout. The intentional execution of any forbidden hand strikes and kicks will immediately be penalized with the point deduction. The unintentional execution of any forbidden hand strikes and kicks will be given an immediate verbal warning, and on the next occurrence, it will be penalized with the point deduction. To issue an official warning, the referee will separate the fighters and speak directly to the athlete that is being warned. To issue an official warning, the referee should separate the fighters and speak directly to the athlete that he or she is a warning. And if a point or points are to be deducted, the referee should stop and send the non-offending fighter to the opposite side of the pit. The referee should make certain that the judges and the commission supervisor fully understand the nature of the deduction. Also, if a fighter is to be disqualified, the referee should wave his hands above his head, indicating the termination of the bout. And moreover, if a fighter is injured resulting from a foul, it will be handled according to the rules, regulations, and policies of the presiding commission. We also have types of contest results. For this one, we have here knockout by. So when the referee stops the contest, so that it's officially a technical knockout or TKO. When a self-inflicted injury or injury as a result of a legal maneuver is severe enough to terminate a bout or technical knockout. When a fighter fails to demonstrate intelligent defense and places himself at an unreasonable risk for imminent damage, that is total knockout, a technical knockout. And when a fighter is unable to enter the pit without assistance, that is a technical knockout. And when a contestant has been rendered unconscious due to strikes or kicks, that is a knockout. So for the decision via scorecards, we have here unanimous decision, split decision, majority decision, and technical decision. For unanimous decision, when all three judges score the contest for the same contestant. Also for split decision, when two judges score the contest for one contestant and one judge scores for the opponent. For majority decision, when two judges score the contest for the same contestant and one judge scores a draw. And for technical decision, if an injury from a foul ends the contest or a double knockout occurs, the presiding commission's rules regarding technical decisions, so it will be applied. For draws, we have here, if the regulation bout or fight or sparring is scored a draw, one additional round will occur to determine a winner. And if the result of the additional round remains a draw, the bout will be scored a draw. We have 3 draws. We have the unanimous draw, majority draw, and split draw. For unanimous draw, when all 3 judges score, the contest a draw. For majority draw, when 2 judges score, the contest a draw. And for split draw, when 1 judge scores a draw and the other 2 judges score for in favor of different contestants. And no contest when the fight ends for a reason that is outside of the control of both of the fighters. And usually for this one, no contests most frequently occur due to positive drug tests, though they can happen for other reasons as well. Disqualification occurs when one of the fighters committed too many violations of the sports rules. He or she will be removed for the contest or be automatically disqualified. And for forfeit, a fighter can announce a forfeit before a match begins if he is injured. Note that the points above are general descriptions and actual bout results will be determined according to the rules and regulations of the presiding commission. So before proceeding to our activities, I will show you some videos regarding our PowerPoint presentation discussion.
Greeting athletes, today we're going to talk about a really exciting and adventurous game, karate. We're going to go through all the rules and objectives with the game. So let's start. Objectives of karate. The basic objective of karate is to defeat your opponent by utilizing punches, kicks, and throws to score points. At the end of a karate round, the competitor with the most points is declared the winner. Karate basic rules. 1. Players should wear body protection, shin guards, and foot pads. 2. Females are required to wear extra chest protection. 3. Karate kumite matches take place on a mat square of 8 meters by 8 meters with an additional 1 meter on all sides. That's called the safety area. 4. Before the match begins, the referee and judges take their respective places, and competitors exchange bows as a greeting. 5. There's a phase that the referee shouts at the start of the bout, Chobu Haijime. 6. During the fight, both fighters should attempt scoring techniques, which are limited to punches, throws, kicks on their opponent. These are classified as Yuko, Waza-ari, and Ippon, and are 1, 2, and 3 points, respectively. 7. When the fight is going on, if the referee deems a scoring technique may have been used, the referee shouts Yame, and the contestants, judges, and referee all resume their original positions. 8. The judges take their time and then indicate their opinion by means of a signal, and if a score is to be awarded, the referee identifies the contestant in the area that they attacked and then awards them the relevant score. And then they restart the bout by shouting, Suzuki Hajime. 9. If one competitor establishes a clear lead of 8 points during a match, then the referee calls a halt to the bout and declares them the winner. 10. If no competitor establishes a clear lead of 8 points during the fight, then the fighter who has the most points is declared the winner. 11. In the event of the points being level, the referee and the judges will declare who is the winner of the bout. 12. The fights can end earlier if one competitor is knocked down and is not in a position to carry on, or if one fighter is disqualified. 13. The fighters are supposed to stay respectful throughout the fight to each other, referee, and the judges. 14. It is imperative for the fighters to use the tricks they know wisely. Karate kicks can potentially harm an opponent very badly, so the fighter should deploy their tricks sensibly by controlling the strength. 15. It is recommended for the fighter to analyze and gauge the opponent's skill level and techniques before deploying your kicks and moves. Scoring in karate. In karate, scores are only given by the judges if the following areas of the opponent's body are hit: head, face, neck, chest, abdomen, side, back. A score is also awarded when one fighter performs a technique that emphasizes the following criteria, and the blows land on a relevant scoring area of the opponent's body: good form, vigorous application, good timing, accurate distance, awareness, sporting attitude. In the fight, fighters can score 1, 2, or 3 points for attacking techniques. 3 points are awarded for a Jodan kick, which is a kick to an upper level. Any scoring technique performed on a fallen or thrown opponent. 2 points are awarded for mid-level kicks. 1 point is awarded for mid and upper level punch. That's it, folks. Make sure you go through each of these rules accordingly. Understand that karate is done under professional supervision. Share with us your thoughts and experiences in the comments down below.
Those are the rules and regulations for beginners in karate.
If you like the video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
So for week 11, we have activity 1 and activity 2. So for activity 1, we have multiple choices. Write the letter of the correct answer. Total of 10 items once again, but equivalent to 2 points each, so 20 points. And for activity 2, we have essay type, and we have 3 questions. We have number 1, according to the rules and regulations of Karate Kumite, when is a fighter considered grounded? So give a simple scenario showing a fighter who got grounded during a fight. For number 2, differentiate unanimous decision from a technical decision and give examples. And now number 3, we have a scenario type of question. So Bruce Lee, a Chinese martial artist, participated in the 2021 International Karate Committee in Japan. He fought Japan's pride name Ajinomoto Kubota. Ajinomoto leads the match from the first round up to the fourth round, but during the fifth or last round, Bruce Lee knocks Ajinomoto by striking his opponent on the head with a maegeri or a front kick. Ajinomoto failed to stand up after the counting. So Ajinomoto won via split decision. If you are the referee, do you agree with the decision? Yes or no? And justify your answer. And if ever Ajinomoto was able to stand up and the result of the decision is a draw, as per rules or regulations, what will happen if the result of the match was a draw? So explain. So once again, for week 11, we have 2 activities. We have activity 1, multiple choices, total of 10 items, but equivalent to 20 points. And for activity 2, we have 3 questions. So answer the following questions. So for week 11, we have discussed the general bout description, also the scoring and legal techniques and techniques or strikes that are considered to be foul in karate. So thank you once again, everyone, and God bless.